Hey guys, it's Tuesday morning. We have a mowing posi temp that's dripping. Vinny's shedding the water off over there. I'm over here. After that, Vinny's going to his vacancy job, and I'm going to go home. Vinny's going to do his vacancy job where he started yesterday. He's been doing video of all that, so we'll just leave that alone. And when he gives me his video all at once, we'll do his video for that particular job. But over here, we've got this mowing posi temp dripping. So then he's going to go ahead. We just shut the water out to the building, so he's going to take the screw out of that handle there and see if we can't put a new cartridge. All right, guys, we thought maybe we'd get lucky and we'd pull that out and get to the pin, but we can't. So then he's going to take the plate off right here. Those are the old style repair plates. They make the other one that is actually bigger and longer, but this was one of their older mowing repair plates. From going a 3-handle to a 1-handle. So there we are. This is a weird shape. Look at this, guys. All right, so you can see where they made the repair line. They cut the line right here. That's the template for this thing. They cut that green line out. Then you can do your work in there. You don't have to open the back wall. And then you put this repair plate, and we're all good to go. All right, Vinny's going to get that cartridge out and do his thing. All right, guys, he's got the plate off. He's got his John Phillips puller. So we're going to use it for the posi temp. This will also work on the 1200 model. It'll also work on the Mix-It model. Let's see what we get here. There's a little light on there for everybody. And when you feel it's kind of stiff and don't want to come out, go slow with the wrench. That way you break it. See, he's breaking it loose. I saw it move. So now you're good, probably. You can spin all the way around if you want. It's just when you're first going to break that bind, you want to go slow. All right, guys. Another successful. Now see these guys? You see these screws, Vinny? Right here, right there, and right there. Those are called. Damn, I always forget the name, and I've known them for 30-some years. They're stops. They're called a bistro.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're called stops. You don't ever want to turn those off. Because if the faucet's more than 5 or 6 years old, you're going to be rebuilding those. When you open them up, they're going to drip and leak. And the problem is trying to find the parts for them other than Amazon. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you never want to turn those off. They're called Hicetero stops. I can't even pronounce it. Vinny's going to find out. Those are called integral stops, guys. I don't know why I mess up the names for them all the time, but they're called integral stops. You don't want to mess with them unless it's brand new. Yeah, guys, I had that catheter pulled out yesterday. And man, was that something. He grabbed a hold of it and counted. He said, okay, on the count of 3. He counted 1, and on 2 it was out. And weirdest feeling I've ever seen. All right, let's take a look at it. Make sure all the parts are there and there's nothing left in the hole. Okay, get in there and just check it out. Make sure nothing was left. There's the cartridge, guys. He's got that all there. What we'll do is we'll just put all that in the bucket and we'll fix your cartridge puller later. What the hell is in that? It might be an off-brand. Yeah, I've never seen a mowing cartridge like that color. Huh. All right. Well, okay, go ahead and clean that out with a wire brush and some WD-40. Clean it. Get some plumber's grease on the new one. Get it in. Get the pin on. Let's make sure, and then I'm taking off. All right. I'll have to do that later. All right, guys. He's cleaning that out there really good. There's the old valve. I've never seen a black one before like that. So, anyway, I'll let him get that done. Well, Vinny's doing this one by hand because John Phillips told me, he goes, they don't have much tolerance, and they don't have much tolerance, and if you get in there with a drill motor or a brush, you could take out the tolerance, and then maybe the O-rings might not hold and they leak or drip. But I've been using a brush on it with a drill for years, simply because my wrist is bad. Then he goes, I'm going to do it the way John Phillips does it.
The guy who I watch.
And I said, hey, you'll strap a damn jackhammer onto that brush if I tell you to. So, that looks good, huh, Vinny?
Yeah. Looks like I just wiped my butt.
Huh?
Looks good.
Right. Look at all that. They did a lot of burning in there. They got a lot of shit burnt in there.
Well, right next to electrical.
A wire too?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even see that. A Romex, huh?
No.
What is it? Oh, okay, got
It's
it.
behind it.
Yeah. You can melt your wire in that conduit, and then it shorts out. Anyway, okay, then let's go ahead and put some plumber's grease on that thing and get it all rigged up, and let's see how you do. All right, guys, he's got everything clean, WD-40. He's got his stem in there. He's adjusting the stem. Now, Vinny, remember, this will not go in when this is all the way in. See, these legs block all the way to here.
I was just joking.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I was just
okay, see that? Yeah. So what I do is if I want it to stay in there to adjust left and right, I put it in and I bring it in about that much, and I can go left and right and drop the pin at the same time. Yeah. Now left and right, and make sure that shoulder drops inside the slot. Hey Francisco, I want to thank you for reaching out and texting to me. I didn't see the text message when I first came in. I'll be honest with you, Francisco, I ended up with I didn't say too much about it, but I ended up with a small infection. And I wasn't feeling good about 4 days ago. 3 or 4 days ago, I kind of had a fever, and they gave me some antibiotics, but that went away. The minute I started taking the antibiotics, it reversed itself. But I want to thank you, Francisco, for reaching out. Josh, everybody. Sure appreciate it. All right, guys, he's going to go ahead and turn it on, Vinny, and see what we get. Make sure left is hot, right is cold.
I don't know how that works.
Well, you'll figure it out. It should be getting hotter as you go that way.
That way?
Yeah, keep going to the left. Now see if it's getting hotter. A little more hotter.
Yeah.
Okay, turn it hot more. See if that's hotter.
Yeah.
Okay, shut her down. You have to find a sweet spot. All right, let's just make sure she stops, and then we can put it all back together. Okay, guys, Vinny's going to go to his vacancy. He's going to put that all together. He's going to put his cup in there first, and then he'll tighten it up. get everything straight, tight, and then he's gonna put some DAP around it and DAP it all in and call it done. Yeah, I've never seen one of these black ones, guys. Never saw one.
No.
No. Anyway, so with that being said, I guess that's it. All right, son. Head over to that vacancy and start working on it. Your mom says she'll put in one complete day there for you tomorrow. So do what you can today, and then you'll have your mom one complete day to help you over there. And that should be it. All right, buddy.
Tell YouTube what happened.
Oh, some guy was calling me on my phone, so I answered it. And he said that, is that your van outside? I said, yeah, we got 2 vans out there. Can you come outside, please? I said, sure. So we come outside, and he locked his keys in his apartment across the street, about 4 buildings down. Wanted to know if I could either unkey it. You know how I pick those locks. Either pick the lock or get Vinny's ladder and go upstairs and get through the window. I said, yeah, we'll do whatever it takes. We'll get you in the house. Don't worry. Especially because he's got a cat up there too. And you could hear the poor guy calling for his daddy. But anyway, that ain't what happened though. So anyway, I'm saying, but look, you have to understand this. It's nothing personal between me and you, but I got to know that this is your apartment before I take and pick that lock or go through a window. And he goes, yeah, go get your stuff. And I didn't like that attitude. I don't know what it was, but it flipped a switch on me. And
Take off my shoe once I get it.
Oh yeah, you can wash it right here if you want.
Alright, I was talking.
So anyway, with that being said, I said, just, when I get back, when I unlock the door, you're gonna have to give me a piece of mail or a bill or something with your name on it, and just so I know that I feel good when I leave here, that I just didn't let somebody into somebody's apartment. I said, I understand that it's not the nicest thing to have to ask for, but I don't want my ass going to jail. Opening up somebody's apartment that don't belong in there. So, anyway, as I was walking back to go get my pick, he calls me. I must be only 15 seconds in the walk, and he just says, let it go, forget about it, I'm fine, I'm going to go to work. I said, okay. I said, I'm right around the corner if you want me to. No, I got to go to work. So that was kind of weird. Anyway, I'm not going to go open his doors. I'm going to go ahead and head out of here. All right, guys.
You didn't want to join him in some B&E?
No. So what?
Breaking
and entering? No, I didn't want no part of that. No. I could only imagine. Huh? Looks good. Can you just turn on and off of it real quick? I just want to make sure everything is good and I'm out of here.
Alright, so there's adhesive all the way around this thing. Going around and just scooping it off. But not with just one, I'm doing 2. Scrape, pry a little bit. Just keep on scraping because this is really close to the granite. This had lift. This gets close. This has lift, so I'm just going to work with the lifts, pry it, and scrape the front, and then hopefully it'll just peel back. Alright guys, we'll be replacing this kitchen sink with a glacier bay. I want to make sure they bought the right one before I remove this one. I'm going to check underneath to see if they cut out. And then once I install that, it comes with a faucet. I don't know if that's a soap dispenser, I think so. Yeah, something like that. And then a mowing, garbage disposal. Alright guys, so there's that lip. There's the clamp right there. taking those off. They only have 2 on the sink, one over there and the one I already took off over there. And then, let's see if there's any more. Nope, just that one. I'll take that one off and then see if I can peel it from the top. And let's see what kind of countertop that is. Wow, that's a pretty stiff countertop. It's a big stone. All right, well, yeah, I'll just slightly pull up on and scrape around the edges with the scraper and then just keep on prying it up. All right, there's another contractor working in here. He's gone right now, but he's working in the bathrooms as well. Well, not this one, the next one. I taped them, so they are separated, but I made sure to check before I did this. Shouldn't click on, so I need to go in there. Let's see if you can see it. You see that exhaust pipe? Yeah. It's going down into that. There's a piece of wood right here. So I left this one open so I can kind of see the light coming from the attic. It makes it easier for me. I'm gonna go to it, undo the electrical to it. Once I'm done with the electrical, undo the piping, the exhaust piping. Then I'll come back down here, take out the screws, or nails I mean, right there and right over there. Take those out, drop the fan. But before I even come down, I have another exhaust fan I need to go to, and I'm gonna do the same thing. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna go put on a mask. I'm gonna be replacing this exhaust fan. That's power. And I'll be replacing this one here as well. That's power as well. All right, well, here it is, it's all done.
There's a little leak coming from that. It was off. It felt secure. I saw that right there. I needed to take a leak. Took a leak and it's leaking. Or did I pee on the side? No, I'm just kidding. It was just a leak. Alright, I have it flipped on. And it's going. Now I'm gonna put the cover on. Alright, so I taped it first to hold it up, then I strapped it. I'm gonna tape it one more time. Actually, I don't need to fucking tape it again. But anyways, it's done right there. Tape the 90. Now it's vented. Now I just gotta pop that housing back in. Alright, I screwed that in. There is ducting. I'm gonna be plugging that ducting right up in there, and then it'll be good, and then I'll slide the body in. So we'll see how it works out. Alright guys, so what I did was I cut it open so it's bigger. Then I had to move this piece of wood that way more, because if I didn't, it'd be too far this way and I wouldn't be able to connect here, because there's also this piece of wood in the way. So I needed to go that way no matter what. And yeah, that's it. And then we have all these pecs. Barely dodged them. I had to move the pecs around. The box will fit and it won't touch, so yeah, very tight squeeze. And now I gotta connect that piece, that, to this. That way, when I wire this, and I have this piece already piped to that exhaust pipe, the hard part should be done, and I should be able to put my hand in the hole still to verify it's still connected, and then I should be able to slide that baby in.
So I'm gonna have to turn that coupling or connector right there a little bit more that way, and then I'm gonna line up my new exhaust box and cut out the bigger hole, and then wire it in, push it in, hook a reducer, or actually that's a reducer, but a 3-inch to a 4-inch, because my exhaust fan is a 4-inch. I'll connect it to this 4-inch with a flexible connector, and then I'll try to use the recessed light over here, this hole, that way I can reach my arm and try to connect it all together. There's a screw or nail right in between these, holding this lip and that together. So I'm gonna try to get the tape off from right there, so I can just drop the elbow, undo the screw, and then take this fucker out. And then I gotta undo the power right there. But it's a clamp, so hopefully if I do that, I can take it off from the outside. I'm gonna have to snip the wire. Hopefully I got more long wire. And this wire is aluminum, so yay. All right, well, I let that dry up. We'll cure the glue. I'm going to be removing this exhaust fan. Now, I'll plug it in. Flip the switch. It's on. Flip the switch, it's off. We got power there, so it shouldn't be an issue. Alright. I caulked it with clear caulking. This will dry clear. It's a little high up here, but it'll be dry clear and you'll be fine. Same with this side, it's a little high. Alright, this is the downstairs bathroom. Flipping the switch on. So there's power there. Alright, I screwed that one in first. Then push this up. Make sure you gotta get those metal in the tabs. And then now screw those into that metal bracket, and then I'll be putting this housing in. All right, wire, I'm gonna put that on here, right there. And then tighten it, push it up, this part screw into this metal bracket. Guys, it's on. Now I'm gonna put the lid on. Mounted. Gotta put this one in. This will slide right in there. And then I'll put that in there. Alright, it's wired. I'm gonna put the cap on right there. And then put that on there, tape it, and clamp it. Installed, strapped, taped, supported. Now go underneath and just hardwire it. Now it's it's a 3-inch. For some reason it just looked bigger. Well, now I'm gonna support it from here before I cut it, because this drywall is supporting it. I'm gonna grab some plumber's tape once I find it. Oh, right there. Right there. Strap it, screw it on, strap it right there, make sure it's nice and secure, cut it below the strap, obviously. And then connect this and then have it coming down so it's easy to grab, and then do the other side over there, same shit. And then I'll go back down and install. All right, there's all my stuff right there. Material. It looks like fucking 4-inch. Holy shit. Motherfucker. Let me size it up and then we'll see. Fuck. Alright guys, so I have a bunch of material up there. I have on the other side over here as well. I'm gonna go grab my light. Got it. And I'm gonna go up there and cut. I'll take some video. Alright. It's in. See how the metal bracket is a little bit. That's fine. But drywall's in between. It's opened up all the way. I test fitted it, it should work. I'm gonna leave this open, that way I can throw my grinder in there. All my material I'm gonna just lay right here. Not this way, this way. And then on the other hole, I'm gonna have more material, which is literally like all over here. Put more material over there, and then that, this, that, and get it ready for hookup. Now, we gotta play with this. Oh, motherfucker. Well, just hope that there are no nails or screws this way. The other one didn't have it, but I'm gonna have to take this piece of wood and move it that way. All right, well, let's see. All right, I drew out my hole. I put the bracket up there just to make sure I reassure myself. Anyways, I'm gonna cut it. And then feed my wires through. I will have to take the thing apart, the back end. And then feed my wires through, wire it, shove that box up, put it up, screw it in, mount the motor. And then I'm gonna save the fun stuff in the attic. Oh shit. Shot myself in the foot. I'm gonna leave this open. That way, I don't know, for some reason there's always like good air when you work in the attic and you have something open like that. Anyways, I'm gonna leave this open. Go in there and work. And get that rigid into a flex, strap it, screw it into a stud or a wood raptor. And then have the flex just hanging down and I can install from down here, which shouldn't be that hard. All right, so this exhaust fan is gonna have to go that way. A piece of wood here, with it being flush with the cutout, kind of sucks because these lips, this goes stud to stud, and then it expands out right here. This has to be, pretend this is the drywall. It can't be like this with the drywall, or sorry, how do I do this? All right, guys. There's my 2 vents. Just trying to get my breath. And let me turn my light on. I had to get from there. I can barely fit. My back was rubbing the whole time. Yeah, big back, but. And then this one finally peaks up, so it's nice. I got some room to actually work on these things. The shitty part is I'm gonna have to come back or go back the other way and then bring a grinder to cut this. It's a little shorter, that way I can use flex. Same with that one. But hopefully just maybe one more time or two more times. But also I need to get some strapping so I can, when I cut this, I can strap it to the wood so it's not just free floating. So yeah, gotta get to it. All right, so I'm gonna be going all the way down there and crawling. It's all the way, yeah, all the way down there, and I have my mask on, so I'll be fine. Oh shit. All right, all done. That one's done. This one's done, and the one downstairs. I'll be here tomorrow to do some knobs for the kitchen cabinet, some miscellaneous stuff, and some mix-it valves, so we'll be doing that. You'll be seeing that later.